The Met Office has an amber weather warning in force for snow. It starts at 11 o'clock this morning, lasts until 7 o'clock this evening. Some higher ground areas could have as much as a further 15 centimetres, and ice across the board is another hazard.
Really need to be careful out there at the moment, don't they?
Absolutely right, Sarah. Good morning, both. Good morning to you too. Sarah is right, because there's ice around this morning, and if you're on a pavement that's slippery, you could come a cropper, and also, of course, the roads if they haven't been treated. Now, this is what Ollie's been talking about, the amber weather warning that the Met Office has. It comes into force at 11 o'clock this morning until 7 o'clock this evening. These are the areas. These areas already have seen a lot of snow, so it could lead to further disruption. The snow's been falling steadily this morning, even at lower levels. We've had snow flurries across Northern Ireland, North West England, Wales, now moving towards the West Midlands. We've also got freezing fog this morning in the West Midlands and also in East Anglia. But you can see we lose the first weather front taking the overnight snow, but then we've got another weather front coming in, bringing some further snow. Increasingly in Scotland, this will rise into the hills. For Northern Ireland, England and Wales, the snow flurries this morning will do the similar thing in that eventually it will be rain that we see rather than snow at lower levels. But as we push into central and eastern parts of the country, we are looking at some sunshine. Now, it's breezy today. If you're exposed to the breeze, it will feel cold. These are the maximum temperatures. For some, we won't reach them until later in the day. And for some, especially where we've got lying snow, well, you'll find that it won't even break freezing. So it's a cold day in prospect. Through this evening and overnight, the band of rain, sleet and snow, rain in the south pushes away, heavy for a time. But if we follow this round, there's further snow to come across the north of Scotland. Once again, we're looking at the risk of ice. There'll be a widespread frost. It's going to be cold. We're not done with the snow yet. We could have further disruption, perhaps this time in the south of England, as we head late Wednesday into Thursday, clearing on Friday. Possibly more snow on Sunday, and it's not till later on Sunday into next week we start to see the temperature rise back up again.
Thanks, Carol. Thank you for all the news of to what more we can expect. I mean, it feels like, certainly in northern parts of the UK, it's been going on for a long time. So how unusual is this?
It is quite unusual. It's not unheard of. At the moment, for example, in Loch Glascarnach in the Highlands, there's 36 centimetres of lying snow. In Dice, at the moment, in Aberdeenshire, there's 33. So we do get it, but it's not an annual occurrence. It happens every few years or so.
Yeah.
And we just saw the danger of the ice there and going anywhere near walking on ice. There are all kinds of hazards, aren't there, for all of us?
Absolutely. There's drifting of the snow, for example. So locally, these totals I've told you will be higher. We're seeing over a days, we'll see further snow in the Highlands. We'll have snow flurries in other parts of the country. A lot of it will become restricted to the hills. But by the time we get to Friday, there could be some disruption in the south. So we could have a combination of rain, snow and strong winds. Now, it's a low pressure area coming in, and it depends just how far north it goes as to whether or not we see the snow in certain places. So it's one we're keeping a close eye on. Then it calms down a bit on Saturday, but then there's more snow coming in from the west, heading eastwards on Sunday. And then it looks like the temperatures, will finally just rise a bit more, and things should get back to normal, hopefully.
Into the weekend. That really is a prolonged stretch, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. It is. And it's bitterly cold as well. If you have any respiratory issues, I have asthma, and I find if I'm out in the cold, it does affect my breathing, and I become more like this kind of. So it's wrap up warmly, add layers, really keep warm in this cold weather.
We're going to get a full forecast from you in a moment, but let's have a look at some of those pictures, because the upside is that there are some beautiful